So I'm Daniel. I'm in Lisbon for 3 years now already. And I'm a marketing. Oh, I'm a film guy by degree. I studied film and was a DOP and started as a lighting guy. So if anyone still wants to, have a shooting like on the ground in the studio, I'm the right one for you. But it's been a long time. And then
you can still do it, right?
Sorry?
You can still do it, right?
Yes, I like it's. I was trained so heavy in that, so I think I can still do it. Even though I have to admit, it's been a long time because, who's still shooting on the ground like in the old days. If you're shooting on the ground, then you're shooting in green screen boxes, and that's another business. But then all the social media came up, and people or clients asked me like, okay, we produce this film, we want to put that online, and then I came into the whole online marketing and communications business, and here I am still. So I'm here for 3 years now. I have 2 kids, and I live in Lisbon, and I'm like always available for you if you need anything. So today I want to do 2 parts. I want to do a personal branding part because this is what this has been featured this event today. So let's talk about this, and then I'm asking you for feedback because I'm working on 2 projects right now, and I'm happy to share that with you. It's not about self-marketing, but I think this kind of group is very useful for showing what you're working on and then getting some feedback. So that's what I want to do. And also, for me, it's a conversation. So let's do like whatever you want to say or ask. Let's just shut up. Okay? So personal branding is like the first thing, and this is what I always start with. It's not just personal branding, but marketing in general. Nobody cares. You can write this down in your books. And whatever you do, whatever you put online, the first thing you should know is nobody cares. Like there's always already an app existing, a service existing, and I don't care. You thought 3 years about this new offer you're sending me. I don't care because I have like everything is there already. So you always have to stand out in whatever you do, whatever you put online, and this is the real task. So in the last 10 years, we've had a trust revolution. I will talk a lot about trust because there's a lot going on online, as you all, I'm pretty sure you all know. Like you could produce spots with a huge budget with Gwyneth Paltrow, and then I know Gwyneth Paltrow drives Mercedes, and I wanted to drive Mercedes too. Today, I could produce a spot within, I don't know, 3 hours. That looks quite the same with Gwyneth Paltrow, and she drives Mercedes, but you can't trust that because it's not authorized, it's not real Gwyneth Paltrow, it's AI. So, and this is just a part of it. Then think of Jaguar maybe. They rebrand and they brand back because they fail, and so all that authenticity goes away from brands more and more, and people trust people. People trust only. People trust only real figures, people that are alive. So we have to make sure to show up frequently. I'm talking firstly about LinkedIn, because on LinkedIn you can show up like twice a week, and then you meet decision makers, top talents, industry leaders. like in theory, you could meet them all. Of course, it's always the question of how you show up and what you're doing there. And you could reach a quite strong organic reach, and this is what I always, like my advice to customers is always, or to clients is always, to go for organic reach, to be authentic, and like show up as yourself, and to do less or just a few ad spending. So this is where maybe some opposite is coming up, like from the I don't know SEO guys or something, but I'm a big fan of authenticity and being yourself. Here's the yes.
Quick question. So, do you see any move from people who are kind of moving more from LinkedIn to something like X? Like, I don't know if it's just my LinkedIn feed, but everyone seems to be complaining about LinkedIn and it's threatening to move to X. Right? And I'm kind of, everyone's on LinkedIn, so I'm on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But I'm not on X at all.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, is it useful having some kind of presence there?
So it depends. I have to say that as always, but I've been quite active on X on Twitter, and I've had quite some followers. So and then Elon Musk showed up, and now it's like, if you ask me, it's a right way more or less, or very polarized rabbit hole. So it's not a surrounding where I would advise like brands, people investing in. So, but of course there could be like cases where okay, this target group is very active on X, so I want to reach them. But I know that a lot of people I meet today on LinkedIn were on X like 5 years ago. So in my opinion, it's the other way around. People are exiting. But you never know. I mean, you always have to look at what you want, who you want to reach. So, and this is for LinkedIn, but this is for personal branding in general. This is also about your website, about like if you have an Instagram account. So show always these three things, like who you are, be a human, not just like, don't let any press agency or whatever exists out there like write you some posts. Be authentic, show who you are. If you have like kids or playing table tennis and it's appropriate for you, so show that once in a while. You can show that. Prove yourself, not like not just talking about stuff, but also showing what you do. This always builds trust. And then show what you know, like be show that you're really an expert in your business. Yes.
I have a question, Daniel. What do you think about online versus offline concepts? So like LinkedIn is online, so you.
Yeah.
When I talk to people, I usually talk to like people who are far away in LA or in Miami, and very often I don't meet these guys in person. So there is a barrier. So they talk to me like, but they don't really feel like I'm existing. But here, networking events and local events, where you can talk to people on a personal level, I experience a better contact and better ROI.
Yeah.
How would you say?
Yes, absolutely. So people are escaping in general from the complete openness of social networks, I would say. So you have those niche networks, like there's how's this this running app? It's very popular. Strava. So this is a community app. LinkedIn is a community app, and people are escaping in those kind of like Facebook. They are like, imagine or think about Facebook 50 years ago. It's not the same anymore, at least in the Western world, I would say. So people are escaping in online niches, And of course, and you're completely right, people revalue the real physical meeting and talking and stuff. So that's what like I would say 5 years ago, before COVID, I'm not sure if I would have joined a group like this. But now it's really, for me, it's really a huge value to meet you, talk to you, like see how you manage stuff and so on. So yes, long story short, yes, I would absolutely agree and value that. So if you have any questions, let's talk. Okay. If you're posting online, again, this is for LinkedIn, but for basically it works always the same and on the network as well. Hook hard, because you know, like this is the thumb and it always moves like this. It's like automated, like it's just there, and you want to stop this thumb. So this is your task. Keep it tight. Don't be a philosopher. Like send out your message, and again, show don't tell. Yeah. If you have anything, just ask me. Then think about your profile as a new homepage or as a landing page. So make sure you show the problem you solve. All you want to do is solving a problem, right? If you're the startup people, all you want to do, you're looking for a problem and you're offering to solve it. Tell this. Then there's an about section. I sent you the presentation and there will be links where you can read more about that. Why you want to sell this, and then you have featured content. So successful posts where some people were engaging, you can feature them on your profile. So you can use your LinkedIn profile as a kind of landing page. You have a QR code, and you can like let it scan by other people, and then it's very quick and it's always up to date if you show up frequently. So it's underrated, in my opinion. And then it's always the same, like it's consistency. This is the hardest part, I guess, for a lot of people. So don't overthink, put it out there, and show up at least twice a week, and then this is the way you build trust daily. So that meaning that the post is still showing up like for several days and weeks. And even now, there's a new algorithm working that shows valuable content even months later. So even if you don't have engagement right now, calm down and wait and show up like twice a week.
And can it be automated? Because like twice weekly, it's attention, the distraction. Can it be automated? Like maybe liking whatever AI can define with me also.
Like you mean creating content or liking and
liking and whatever the engagement
yeah, no,
with the audience.
So they were reacting, as far as I know, they were reacting with a new algorithm to that all the AI tools, and so they punish automated like reaction tools, but you can your content to put it out like post, you can automate that.
But posting, but not liking, whatever.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I would say nowadays I see the trend that people are hitting all the texts that are written by GPT, and you can feel.
Yes. A lot.
And I personally, if I see this, I'm like, I will never read you again.
Yes. A lot.
Yeah.
No, don't waste my time, please.
Yes, a lot. So the hard thing is to work with AI, but not being called.
Yeah.
So that's the point. Yeah. Because you have, of course, a lot of like advantages by AI. You can produce content like hell, you know. So this is you have to,
Humanize it.
yeah, you have to rehumanize it. Yeah, that's the point. It's I don't know.
Danny, question.
Yeah.
How valuable is it to, oh, that's fine, I was literally just about to ask about links, so I'll let you speak and then I'll ask my question afterwards.
No.
Well, I guess like, I really dislike the post that I read, and I know they perform well, where it's like a nice photo and it's just
Yeah.
I find it nauseating to be honest.
Yeah.
I really respect people that can do it, but I
Yeah.
personally just don't think I can. For me, like, the most authentic thing to do is if I find something interesting that I think my target audience will want to read, I can share it. This is this Bloomberg article with some thoughts, right? And how do you think like that strategy works? I think that's something I could do 2 times a week, but like, I'm just essentially like taking something that I've seen and like repurposing a link. Like, is that
Yeah.
valuable?
No, I think that's not worth it. What I would do is find your own voice. Look at other founders, like very successful founders, like American guys like Lieberman, and you know that niche, and they are very like how do you say that? They're not soft at all. They're not really philosophical. They are straight to the point. They are very rough. They have almost a Twitter tone. So they form their own voice, and it's always just a thought, or not always, but quite often it's just a thought. It's just 2 sentences, the book. But people like it, people read it, and so on. So I would approach like those guys. Maybe this is something for you. Yeah. It's in general, it's always about standing out. You know, not writing the next AI philosophy, blah 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 thing. There's a lot. There's a whole bunch of advices about the best LinkedIn profile. What about the best posts? How the LinkedIn algorithm works at the moment, and so on. So I put that in the presentation because, or maybe you have some questions, or you want to go deeper into something of this, one of these links.
Actually, I have one question. So I'm like last year I became a big fan of what Telegram is doing in terms of UX and the marketing opportunities. So the thing that they invented, which actually works very well, is the kind of a Spider-Man of content. So when you landed on the page or in a group where somebody is posting something, you read the pin post, and they have multiple pin posts. Like you can read, so you read the first one, then you read the second one, and then you are like keep reading stuff. And I found that in LinkedIn it's harder to approach this concept, which I think it's very good because you don't want to read just one post. You're like, okay, and now what? And now, okay, now read the second one. Now read this one. Now read if you still have objections, blah blah. Do you see a kind of a funnel? Can you create such funnel on LinkedIn? Do you know what I'm?
Yes. So you wanna aggregate LinkedIn posts about a certain topic. Maybe?
Basically, the goal is to create a funnel.
Yeah.
How to create a funnel?
On LinkedIn, it's not really possible.
So there are no case
it's a closed shop. It's a closed shop. That's the late part of it. So, sorry, but this is a closed shop, and they're quite, they are like safeguarded completely. They don't do that. There are tools where you can access the API. This is very, very. I don't know if it's complicated, but it's very expensive. It's very expensive, and basically they don't want it. So the answer is no. You can do that on X. All the meta platforms are the same. Like to do something with Instagram or Facebook is you don't want that, you know. And tomorrow, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, stands up and thinks, oh no, I'm going to shut it down. So what are you going to do? You know, you invested a lot of work and money in you know, in the API connection and stuff, and then so no. I don't
So,
think-
sorry, can I just clarify? The closed shop, you mean that you cannot cross post from all those social media?
No. You cannot. You can. There are schedulers.
Yes.
You can use them. Yeah. They pay for their connection to
Right.
it. But if you want to go individual, like I'd say on our level, it's quite expensive and complicated.
Are there any aggregators? Like, let's say I have like 3 or 4 different social medias, and I can, you know, schedule like.
Yeah. There.
So
There
there.
are like tools like Buffer.
Yes. There
Okay.
are like a bunch of tools.
All right, that's good.
That's not.
So it's automation.
Absolutely.
I just want to suggest something because I'm a huge fan of LinkedIn. I post every day, so I can suggest to you something because you want to automate content and comments, right?
Yes.
There is a tool called Supergrow.
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 Okay.
And you can actually generate content on AI based on the best practices of your field. So it will go and look at different posts in your industry, see what are the best posts, see what is the best content, see what are the best CTAs, and suggest to you, like, if you give it context and an idea, it will come up with a post. You can also select some comments, some people that you want to follow, and schedule to go and like and comment, each of the posts, like on a, I don't know, daily basis or something like that. You can do that with the tool. So it's pretty good. It's not very famous, but it works really well.
Grow.
SUPERGROW.
Grow. Wow, this is good. Thank you.
It's a really good one, thank you.
Yeah, so they are more than I use EasyGen, and I have to say I know those tools, but it's always like a touch of AI. Like this was my
Yeah, like the thing is, at some point, there are 24 hours in a day.
yeah.
You do your best.
Yeah.
But the question is, can LinkedIn algorithm catch you doing this stuff?
No, because they know that engagement is the key to everything. So they want users and users and users, and they know that now people don't want to create content with AI, so they won't stop it. The only thing is exactly what you said. You can spot right away who writes with AI because they are ambitious, because they are, working for that. We all know that are AI.
Can you customize that tool so
You can customize it.
so they can write in a specific tone of voice?
It can actually learn from how you write and reproduce the way that you wrote previous posts. But you gotta do the effort still to do the first post. But still, it can go this way. And then there is also another tool, and I'm trying to remember the name since a few minutes. I'm not really sure. It's actually a Chrome extension, and the name is Axum. I think it's Axum or Atom X, something like that. And it's much more natural than having a tool like Supergrow. It's even more natural. It will create actually a cron, and it will have a headless browser, that will go simulate the fact that it goes on LinkedIn, comment for you, make some delays between each comment to keep it natural, and comment for you on a natural way. So I'm not sure of the name, but search for it, you will find it.
Tell me again.
It's Axon or Axon,
Can you spell it?
AXON or AXOM or
Axon.
something like that.
Okay.
Look for it. I mean, if it's not this, it's very close.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can do that, and you can do that kind of thing. And I think this kind of scenario is what you're looking for.
Cheers. Very good. Thank you.
Question time. And what do you think about the opinion that every platform has their own target audience, and that's you can spread the same contact between platforms because algorithms. I mean, even people would if something is good for LinkedIn, it's not good for other platforms.
Maybe the content itself is you can spread it on several platforms, but you have to approach the people in a different way. If people are using Instagram, most of them are there in a different time of the day, in a different mood, and they are different themselves. Also, maybe from people using LinkedIn because this is a business surrounding still. Or think of X. This is, and again, video. So you can do the same content, but you have to, I would say, to rewrite it for the certain platform.
But rewrite like little bit, or for example, if you post like big post on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
and for X, it's not good. It should be shorter, or maybe more emotional.
Yeah, for on Instagram, that's
For
Instagram. You want to be more visual. You want to show visual graphics, images, and so on. While on LinkedIn, you can one image may be enough. Also, they go for video very much in recent months. But yeah, it's just you're talking to different people, or at least to people in a different mood, because they're scrolling Instagram or TikTok at night, like when they have finished work and family's done and stuff. So that's what I'm going.
And maybe another clarification question. Are there any maybe a toolkit explaining each platform and the specific traits, as you say, like different timing, different whatever visuals, whatever.
Yeah.
So that I know the traits, and then I can prompt whatever
Yes,
or something else.
Yes.
To rewrite.
Yes, I will put you like some resources in that presentation. Okay. There's like endless content about that.
In terms of posting versus commenting,
Yeah.
so in my head I'd always kind of grouped posting as personal branding. I think commenting is more targeting people who I want to eventually buy from me. Do you think that's a fair characterization?
Sorry, I didn't get the question, but my answer is commenting is the new posting, they say. So if you don't want to post like twice a week, show us in comments. Like be present, add some advice to post, or like I don't know whatever
It's about LinkedIn or any.
No, it's on LinkedIn. This is LinkedIn. Yeah, this is
Open question. Has anyone experimented with a ghostwriting service? I get about 10 people reaching out to me. Any good? 24 hours in a day, that is tempting.
So I have a ghostwriter. She writes 5 posts per week for me. And she goes engaging on the posts for one hour every day.
Okay. And was it an agency or a freelancer? Or?
Freelancer.
Okay.
Yeah, I found her on Upwork.
Interesting.
And she's French or like what's her
I have someone here that's really good. I'll do their name.
background?
Thank you.
Sorry?
What's her background?
She's a copywriter. The thing is, I gave her like some guidelines, editorial guidelines.
Yeah.
I gave her the subjects that I want to work on, I want to publish. We define some posts, we define some post titles every month. She has a calendar and she schedules everything. And that's it.
Do you compare that versus kind of an AI generated post?
Yeah, because there is always a human touch.
Yeah.
And I think it's what I was saying before. Is like the more you read, the more you can detect when people are using AI, because they're always the long dashes. There's always from to or why. It's always the same wording.
Yeah.
You can do.
Okay. So here's my but, because this is people almost forget. Make sure you have at least one channel of own media. So not a social media channel. Again, I was quite a bit big on X, and then Elon Musk showed up, and like almost overnight it was worthless. Like I invested a lot, and I was present like every day and stuff, and then it's worthless because Elon Musk like decided to to do what he does. So make sure to be independent and have your own channels, at least one own channel. And this can be a newsletter, and it's always, what is an own channel? An own channel is a channel where you can take your followers and move it to another channel, or where you're always independently able to reach them, all of them, without any algorithm. So we always depend on LinkedIn and Instagram and X. All what we are always talking about is the algorithm, fighting the algorithm. So going through the wall of the algorithm, and make sure that you're always able to have a followership that you can reach without like this kind of distraction, without this algorithm. So it could be grow a newsletter list, like collect email addresses, a Substack, own blog on your website. It's quite outdated, I know, but still it's yours. No Elon Musk, no Zuckerberg, whoever can take it away. And especially in these times, we don't know what's coming, obviously, what's in the future with all those networks. Then there's the Fediverse. I recommend also to have a look at this if you want to go a bit deeper. This is a federated network where you have one account, and then you have a Facebook, you have an Instagram, you have an X, you have YouTube, you have everything. But it's just it looks almost the same, but it's branded a little bit different. And with one account, you can serve all those networks and all those apps. This is think of it as you have one email. This is an old media, one email, and then you can create an account here and there, and go there, and I don't know, make online banking. It's all with one email, okay? And in the federated network and the Fediverse, you can push, you can post images, post whatever. The thing is, this is not as popular as Instagram and stuff, but this is very independent. So this is a decentralized network, and centralization turns out is the big mess of our times, because when the head falls, then like everything is messed up. Okay, and then also the YouTube channel, you can export your followers. We can discuss if this is an own media, but podcasts are own media as well. So this is like how do you say, this could be, or this should be, the backbone of your kind of marketing or communication strategy, to not be too dependent on those huge networks, because they are closed. Again, they are closed, they have an algorithm, and there's one guy most of the time who decides, like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to shut down YouTube because I'm tired. And then they shut it down, so that's a big issue.
Daniel, I want to talk about one media channel that's usually no one talks about, which I'm actually started to follow more and to interact with, especially a year ago when we started to do optimization for ChatGPT, like GEO, and I'm already seeing that for certain projects we're getting more leads from ChatGPT than from SEO. So in my world, SEO is actually dead already. I don't. I think you agree on.
I love you. I love you already.
Yeah. Because we invest less and less efforts in SEO, even though we can produce a lot of content. So one thing that I'm really interested now is rate. Maybe it's not for you, but for people in the room. What kind of experience you got with Reddit? I actually wanted to talk to you about it because we're experimenting with it, and but the problem is it's really hard to measure the efforts of, like, okay, we invested 20 hours into Reddit, but we don't know if the leads came from Reddit or if they came because of the other things. So we don't really have the tools to measure. And have any of you ever interacted with Reddit?
Yes. I'm quite active on Reddit
You are, okay.
but just not like as communications marketing guy. But I'm quite interested because it's a whole universe of everything you can imagine. Whatever your question is, you will always find an answer. You will always find absolute crazy guys who whatever lived underwater for 3 weeks, or I don't know. It's so crazy. So yes, and I know that AI, a lot of like ChatGPT at least, is trained by Reddit. So and you can feel and which app was that? There's an app came out last week or the week before, and their strategy was to be very, very present, frequently present on Reddit, show up on Reddit in groups and tag people and again and again. And they succeeded so that they appeared on ChatGPT answers. So I don't know how they did it. They will tell. But it was quite interesting, and I think a new strategy that will come up quite often. Makes sense. So Reddit is relevant, but here in Europe, underrated. I think I feel like. Because did anyone use Reddit?
Yeah, I use it for researches.
Yeah, you do.
But not for marketing, because the
no.
marketing language is just it doesn't work there.
Yeah.
People start hating you if you try to sell.
Yeah.
It's like maybe you can sell a little bit in the end. Just I know I'm doing this whatever.
Yeah. But this is
Yes, but don't throw stones at me.
Yeah, so you should be really careful about what you write and how you write in Reddit. It's different. It's more like authenticity is really valued there.
Yeah.
I hired a Reddit freelancer to try and find me some clients on Reddit, and really interesting how so you've got posts in DMs, the two main targets, right? Like, or kind of helping other people with their posts, and the kind of posts that get you totally shut down in one subreddit are very different, right? So it's not really like, there are some guidelines that are Reddit-wise, I would say, but some things that works on the SaaS subreddit and some things that works on the entrepreneurship subreddit.
Countries.
Totally different, exactly, right? Which I thought was interesting. Good tool is called Gummy Search, which is really cool. It's, I think it's less relevant for personal branding and posting, but if you want to find really interesting posts and subreddits and just generally validate ideas, it's awesome. And they have a pretty generous free tier, I would say. Not a salesman,
So yeah.
Does anyone have an idea of how to measure Reddit efforts? Because we've been doing stuff and we've been doing like 20 different things, and we got the result. And how do we measure?
So you mean traffic?
And like traffic leads in terms of the geo.
Geo, if it's from ChatGPT, will tell you that it's from ChatGPT if you have analytics for. If Pure GA4.
Yes, yes, I know it's from ChatGPT, okay, so that's good, but then what influenced that, that result? Is it because we posted on Reddit? Is it because we started posting better content in general? Is it because we had better citations than before? Is it because there are directory submissions and stuff like that?
The three signals. First one is citations. So first one is citations. So the first one, if your brand is more cited on the internet. Second one is the quality of what you display on your website.
You're saying the right things.
Is it is it quick? Is it like optimized the right way? And the third thing is, do you appear in resources pages? Like, what is the best agency in Chicago or where you can do that?
Like collections of that.
That kind of thing. So these are the three main criteria for now.
And that's specifically with Geo showing off from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But you want like saying, how can we understand if it was Reddit specific?
That was my question, yes.
Yeah,
Reddit
And I guess there's no answer to this question.
and I'm guessing it's just
Where you are?
There's
You
that
can go on Reddit and then type it on Google or in ChatGPT afterwards, and you know it's like multi-channel tracking is always pretty hard.
the citing is better on Perplexity than ChatGPT,
Mm-hmm.
I would say. And I don't know. I think from what I've seen, Perplexity is more open about their sources than ChatGPT is. And you can even narrow down the source and say, I just want to look at academic papers, I just want to look at Reddit, I want to look at everything.
But the problem is that the 85% of traffic is coming from ChatGPT, not from Perplexity, not from Grok, from ChatGPT.
I imagine they're doing similar stuff then. But
Okay. So any more questions? Remember, media. Okay, so you wanna make a quick break, or should we continue, or do you have any further questions? Do you have something you wanna show and ask for like feedback?
You will share this presentation, right?
Yes,
And,
yes. Put it in the Telegram.
Let's continue. I mean, not fine. It's half an hour left, so we can.
Maybe you have like a tea and
Yeah,
a break.
Maybe a tea break.
No,
Yeah.
we have our room until 12.
Until
So we have 40 minutes. So we can have a break after
Okay.
there.
I thought we have it longer because, and then we can meet.
No, not 12?
Until 12, but I think we have until.
No, after 12 we can move
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
to that
Okay.
space with
Well,
the picture and
Okay. What?
If you want to go.
This is crisis.
So if you need to go.
Be hard.
This is the next chapter. This is in the next chapter. Thanks to Portuguese authorities, I founded a company this week recently called the Giggling Toucan. So who would have thought this? Thank you. And yeah, thanks to Kilo Banan, by the way, it's still like in the move, and it's not like officially ready, but this is like a hub for the projects I'm working on. I decided to not found like 4 companies and stuff, but first like when getting started with the projects, to put that under this umbrella, let's call it. So it's just last night I finished this website.
is it yours?
Sorry?
Is it yours?
Your work.
Yours.
This is your work.
This is my work.
So you created this.
Yes,
Your
yes,
website.
yes, yeah. But this is called, like, you can, it's just a landing page, it's just click, 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 you know. And I want to show you two of these projects, and I'm asking for feedback, and I'm not asking like an Englishman for feedback and expect like, oh, this is so great, oh, I'm so, but I'm asking more for the, you know, Eastern Europeans. Where
Bullshit.
yeah.
Do it better next time.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Yeah. So,
Why is it white?
what is
White or colored white?
the toucan?
Yeah.
Because of the color policy here. It's improvised. It's
No, you asked for a feedback.
Yeah, okay.
You already roasted.
Yeah, I'm done already. So, this is,
Yes.
it's close.
Yeah.
So this is kind of old. This is an agency I'm running for 15 years. And you know, the last 15 years it was like the usual agency business, right? So client calls, explains, you have a meeting, you make an offer, you have another meeting, blah, 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 blah. And it was quite, we were like 15 years, it works, and it's quite nice, but now times are changing, obviously. AI is joining us. So I'm thinking of, first of all, I thought, okay, agency business is done, like the traditional marketing stuff is done, but then, yeah, some voices came up and said, okay, 15 years, a lot of expertise, shouldn't you throw it away, or should you throw it away or not? So I came up with a new model, and I want to show you our old or like traditional website, but it's just a presentation. I hope it works now. And I want your feedback, just like out of the gut, like what you want. So we call it the trust engine, and it's an always on trust powered engine. So it's again trust. What we want to create, you remember, is trust. So you want to show up authenticity is a huge thing, and this is what I wanted to say. It's not only Reddit, it's always whatever you do, be authentic. Make a bad joke. It's better to make a bad joke and be punished for that on LinkedIn or wherever than putting out a soft post comparable to 1,000 others. We work now AI native. We can't avoid that. This is what we have to do. What never changes: creativity, community, communication that builds lasting trust. This can also be replaced one day by AI, of course, but still these days we have to trust people. We have to build trust and build relationships. So what every company, and I'm talking like medium-sized companies, face is the problem of resource drain. Like when you have a marketing guy or a team and they start, creating videos or podcasts, it costs a lot of time. They're not used to it. They have to train themselves and so on. Then, as we all know, also myself, and I have to say, I'm not perfect in all of that as well, because I'm not showing up twice a week, sometimes twice a week, I'm not showing up. So, visibility gap, and we have a tool overload. Like every week, the next big thing comes up. If you're into it, you know that, especially I'm a video guy, in video creation, it's crazy. Like every week you have the one and only solution for just 10 euros and you can't believe it. And then once you start working with it, the next thing is even better. So it's crazy to keep the pace. So we thought we create an offer where you get 20 to 25 diverse assets. Like from one interview, we create videos, images, social media posts, podcast episodes. It depends on what you wanna, like who you are, what you wanna offer, and what you wanna tell. Also newsletters and stuff, and you get a workshop up front where you can, explain yourself and show what you're looking for, and tell us what you're looking for. And you get also consultants, so you get basically a hotline with maybe my number, and you can call me, like, not every time you want, but yeah, it's still, it's still in the making. What you have to give, is one interview. Like if you're a CEO or CMO or depends, one interview of 60 to 90 minutes, and we need a permanent connection to a marketing guy, of course, who can make decisions. So you have a marketing outsource, a marketing team, let's say, with a lot of efficiency, consistency, speed, clarity. And this is the offer for a sprint setup, so the workshop and all that, to understand, for 6,000 euros, and for 4,500 euros, we deliver like 20, 25 assets, whatever you want per month. Of course, we also offer to measure the outcome. It also depends on your stuff, and we call it the trust engine. Stop running campaigns. I think campaigning is something that goes away because it's in ancient times you put together a budget, throw it out, and then you saw it kind of rising, peaking, and then falling down again. So, and then you measure, okay, was this campaign successful or not? I think this will go away. We all have to work for permanent attention, and this is what we're doing here. And the other word, is trust. Remember, this trust is the most valuable thing you can have.
What do you mean by stop selling out anything?
Like not posting anything. Like there are a lot of marketing guys or CEOs, whatever, looking for content. Okay, I have to do something. I have to explain myself, and what can I do? Like I don't know what to post about. I don't have no comment. I'd like to do video or podcast, but I don't know how. So you to have a plan about what you want to tell, where you want to tell, target group and stuff.
Maybe something. I mean, maybe.
Is that wrong? Is that a wrong word? English?
I mean, maybe something means more because you want.
Stop
it's
saying
not
out
really
proud.
something.
Yeah.
I would say
Not everything.
Bullshit!
Yes.
Stop sending out bullshit.
So is that right? Is that wrong? Or not wrong? But is that?
I would say stop sending out just anything.
Just anything,
Good.
Just
Uh,
I'll do that.
Daniel, could you please bring back the previous slide? You just kind of.
This one?
About measurable outcome. No, this one, yeah. Because you kind of skipped it, I guess it's the most important.
Yes, you're right.
It is the most important one.
Yeah.
And it's very confusing for me, sorry.
Why?
because when you say
How can I measure the outcome? So
you can.
I'm about to invest 4,500 into this, and how can I measure if the ROI is one?
Well, you can. You have a 0.0, and then you know what your sales was, what your sales numbers are, and then we come in, and then there has to be a growth.
But again, I'm running 15 different things, and you are the 16th guy who is working.
Different factors.
Yeah, we have a lot of factors, and you are one of many factors.
Which
How can I measure the ROI from your specific company? service?
Okay, that's a good question. Of course, then you have to look at the posts we do, at the content we do, and the engagement rates.
Can you provide me with the ROI?
Yeah, sure.
How can you measure your own ROI?
My own,
Yeah. How can you measure your own performance?
I can measure engagement rates on the output I did. So you mean for your channel?
Like, I mean, my main concern is it generating me leads? Is it generating more traffic to my website? Is it generating potential leads?
That depends. That's why you have like the setup, like a sprint, you know, because it depends on what you want to do or what you like. What are you up to? Who are you? What is your company?
Yeah, 'cause I guess if you're looking for the Eastern European skepticism,
Yeah.
the first is 20 to 25 monthly outputs. I want to know what is the quality and the example of those outputs. Is it going to be 20, 25 posts on X, or it's going to be 25 posts on 10 different platforms, and every post will be unique? And it's two different products.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
And the second is like it can be like a quite mediocre posts, or it can be like brilliant posts.
Always.
Yeah.
Of course.
Can you show references of anything about this?
Yes, I can. I'm not prepared for that, but yes, I can show.
But
I can show like
that would be-
videos, podcasts, and all that. I can show that.
If I was about to do it, I would say, okay, can you show me the example of those 25 posts you did for somebody, so I can understand, okay, so you had 5 really good posts, 10 okay posts, and kind of 10 really bad posts.
Okay. So you see, what he's asking for is proof.
Yes.
So referring back to the other presentation, it's proof. He wants proof. Okay. Great. Yes. So given I'm proving. Okay. I have to write it down. This is writing out feedback. But given I'm proving, what is the what do you think?
The way that I see marketing agencies and agencies in general having to move is towards paying per result, right? And for me to say yes to something like this, I think I would need to, I guess number one, I would want, actually I'll start with what I really like. I think the 90-minute conversation per month is super interesting, right? Like if I could have a conversation for 90 minutes about shit that I'm already interested in, and I get all of this stuff, that's really, really interesting, right? If you told me that I'll have a 90-minute conversation and then I'm going to target 30 leads and I'll pay you $300 per every like appointment with that lead, then I feel that we're aligned, right? And that would be really, really interesting. But a flat fee where I'm not 100% sure what I get out, yeah, would be true.
Yeah, but what you want to get out, because you're asking for leads, but not everyone wants leads, or you know, it's about you can build up a reputation, or you can collect, I don't know, donations or whatever, you know. So
Okay, I guess whatever it is, right?
yeah,
And maybe it's impressions per month, maybe it's
Yeah.
posts with more than 50 likes, whatever it is.
and here's the feedback. So you see, this is my problem. So where we're now moving is back to the agency model. Oh, Toby is calling me. I have to set up a meeting with him. I have to understand his problem. Then I write an offer, and then he comes back to me and says, "Well, I don't know. I have 2 other offers, and I'm not sure." And so on, blah blah blah. So, and then we're back on point zero. So I want to avoid exactly this.
I would say that, for example,
Wait, just hang on. There's another raise then.
Finish.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, actually, I just wanted to share maybe my recent experience with this one, because like I had, I've switched like 3 marketing guys so far, and we had also the same issue, because my expectation, for example, when you were mentioning the like agency approach, So this is this is not really what I expect as a business owner. Because, for example, in my understanding, like what will work in our specific situation, no one knows. You don't know, we don't know, nobody knows. Okay, and the way our goal together, like me and you, if you want to do something, is to find a way to like which works. Yeah, how can we do this? I cannot like say, okay, like here is the budget, and from this budget I expect, you know, like this number of leads, this number of likes, this number of meetings. No. What I can do is, okay, like we have this budget, and let's say like we can do like iterations. So like we're testing the ideas. So okay, like we have hypothesis number one. Let's try to like put this message on these channels. Yeah, do this iteration, see if it works, and then like compare with something and adjust. Okay, and then like do like maybe several to find our own way. But so first of all, like this like hypothesis in my mind should be generated by the agency in this case. Second thing, like when you speak about the campaigns, so to me campaign is like not really like campaign by the iteration. Okay. Yeah. So we had like we tried like 10 ideas, so 10 campaigns. Okay. And the third thing is, of course, we need to like measure the impact. And for example, in my case, it is like I don't like intangibles. Like I measure to the specific purchasing event. So because like for example, in my personal case, like we have this like button like to buy, to to book and pay.
I remember.
Yeah. Exactly. And for me, like it's not about like not that we are making the revenue, but for me it's like the sign of quality of the marketing campaign. Because if the person like finds our services trustworthy, and like he wants to engage, for me it's like this like how to say the test. If the person like is we did everything right, so we build up trust, we put the right price, we build the right offer in general. So the person will willing to engage and put the money. So to me, it's like the checkbox. And the final offer maybe will be more expensive, have different prices, whatever. But to me, like this first like paid engagement is really important. And the issue we faced recently is that okay, but nobody wants to like build this like measurement framework because they say okay, like I have this website, I have this like buttons, like action points specific, like okay, let's link in Google Analytics the events which are like the channels and the purchases. Okay, and let's see like okay, like, let's compare the campaigns like A/B testing, like different funnels, different channels. And this very specific technical moment, people say no, we just post very about content, about images, about that, and then it means like me, the business owner has to find another guy to do it. Okay, but I was expecting like this whole like strategy and this whole iteration process be under one agency which is responsible for the whole cycle, actions and measurements, and then on let's say on monthly meetings we could say okay, like this month we tried this approach, we did the wording, we decided okay we're going to target LinkedIn and whatever, and like in comparison to the previous the similar period. The result is this. Okay, we didn't do well. Okay, the next hypothesis is this. Let's compare this with that and see what will happen. Okay. And this is like a continuous cycle of iterations. And this actually fits very well into your subscription model. But I guess like this part of like this measurement and the process, how we're going to find this specific mixture which works. I guess like this was the most important one, and here's just we just passed it.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So you're asking for a more holistic offer.
Exactly.
Yes. Where this is where this is also like explained more, and also like there's a special offer for like we do everything, right?
Well, to me, it's like it's not like everything. Everything to me is like the part of the process, because I feel that if it's not covered, to me it's like it's missing. So it's not for me. It's not sufficient to start because it's missing part of the because without it, so for me the solution is not complete. So we cannot do this unless we have a small missing part.
This is content. This is content centered offer. Yeah, we produce content like of any kind, whatever fits with you, and then maybe we put it out, like we put it online, okay, but the rest is like there you have a marketing team and so on, okay, but and you want it all, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So now
Yeah, just that was a good one. Very, very good point. Just two things. The first question is, sorry, I must. Where is AI? Where is AI? Because you said, as you said, our AI native, but I don't see it.
AI is. You mean where it is like mentioned? It's.
No, because you said you are AI first and AI native, but where
It's
is
in like everything we put out here is like basically it's all involved with.
Why don't you tell the people like how you produce it? What do you use? What are the tools? What is the process? How do you? Why would we use AI instead of classic agency? Because is it speed? Is it cheaper? Is it more efficient? And do you have better results? And I think that's if you have one of your USPs can be that. It's cheaper, it's more efficient, and that's why we use AI. And you said AI in the first slide.
Yeah.
We don't see AI anymore, so I'm a bit confused. So maybe you have like details on that.
Yeah. No. So first of all, obviously AI is involved in any process these days. Yes. And the other answer is there's a lot of skepticism about AI. So many people, like not here, but many people, like more traditional business people, they reject AI. If you mention AI, they say no, but we don't want to use AI. And they don't care what I do with which tool or whatever. They want to have like 20 assets per month.
Okay, can I give you my point of view?
Yeah.
I think they will agree to use AI if you educate them enough. And I'm super exposed to this every day because when I do SEO, the first thing that people will tell me is, okay, you make me pay like this much, and you will produce all the AI content that will never make me number one on Google or ChatGPT. And that's not true. But when I explain them the process, when I explain them the part of where AI is used and how I complete this with human intervention, they fully agree because they understand that it's more efficient and still people are here. So if you say, I'm working with AI and then you don't talk about AI, it's like you're not proud of AI. And I think that's good point for you.
I think that you would have a great conversation by coffee.
Yeah.
One last thing about just one maybe one advice about your pricing and what you said about measurable results. One thing, if you are super sure of your results and you don't want to give them numbers, maybe you can give them a guarantee. Like you will see results in X amount of days, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that can work.
Yes, it depends on the special case, right? That's again the point. Yeah. But yeah, people are looking for this, and agencies always on the marketing side of the game always. If you're like, even if completely crazy, you don't give any guarantees because you never know what's happening.
I give guarantees. Take the risk.
What kind of?
If no one gets results after 60 days, I work for free.
There's no result at all. Okay. Okay.
If they don't get any additional leads from organic traffic, I work for free. As long as they do.
Because that often you find yourself turning down new clients. So because you kind of made that commitment, does it mean that you say no to some potential leads?
Yeah. Okay.
I want to ask you, actually it might be a good question for you if you want to be roasted. Who is your client? Like who would buy this? Because for me, I'm also selling something like this, but for 6 grants, we do everything, like to work on your website, we do geo, we promise a certain amount of leads and traffic, we do all, like, we do everything. And we do more than 50 posts a month. So for me, 20 posts for 4 grants is super expensive. Super expensive. I like,
yeah, but
and it's like, who's gonna buy them? Gary Vay,
it's mid-range. As I said, I'm targeting for mid-range companies, mid-sized companies, and then we're talking about video creation a lot. So
so you're gonna create the videos in-house?
yes, this is included.
Oh,
so
okay.
any podcasts, videos, anything you need, like anything. So that's why I know it's costly, obviously, but
I would highlight this for sure,
Yeah.
because it was not clear for me at all.
no, okay.
Do you have clients that you are proud of to show?
Yes, we worked a lot for public sector, and it's back in Germany. I want to restart here in Portugal, so I have all these references. I'm not sure if I want to offer them, or if I can offer them this, because they have to publish retainers and stuff. So it's a different game. Yeah.
One idea might be actually me as a potential client of this.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to digest this information because it's because I want to see like a case study. Okay.
Yeah.
So like we did this for this person. This is the example of 25 calls. This is what happened on month 1,
Yeah.
month 2, on month 3. The analytics, leads,
Outcomes.
rate, outcomes.
Yeah.
And I want to see that you actually know what you're doing by showing me the real case study.
Yeah, sure.
I think if you can maybe do a very cheap or
Yeah.
free case study and just show that, I mean, that will speak for itself.
Yeah.
Because this is really hard to buy. in my
I would
opinion.
say, I would just want to add that again, like here, like it's obviously like you are selling your work, what exactly will be done. But I guess like here is missing again, like the results, for example, like here you could add like, okay, like monthly, like reports, the comparison between iterations or something.
Okay.
Because like again, like for example, are you going to do like every month all of this?
Like every month, we will talk to you, in this workshop, here in the beginning, and then we will know like what you wanna like. Do you have a newsletter? Is it necessary to have a newsletter, or should we create 15 videos? Is that better? Whatever. So this will be tailored for you especially.
So then, like, if I understand correctly, your potential client is like the chief marketing officer, for example, of
Yeah.
a little company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're selling basically production.
Yes, yeah. We know how and the right tone of voice for your target group. So, and we produce the right. Okay, but all those questions are very valuable. So that's great. Obviously, it's not perfectly designed yet.
Danny, last one from me.
Yeah.
I see, and this is in agencies and SaaS, everything seems to be going more niche, like super targeted. And I personally am much more likely to say yes to things at the moment if I'm like, holy shit, this offer was created in a test tube for me, And so, thinking about your offer, I think, so you've got things that you could niche down on, right? Type of outcome, like my brain immediately went to leads, right? And if you could be the agency that like just delivered leads, cool, or just delivered trust, or whatever. Also type of business, like if you were saying that like this offer is for a business exactly like mine, I'll be more likely to say yes. Or if you're really good at video, maybe doubling down on video and saying that we do like podcast and LinkedIn Shorts, plus some like ancillary posts to support it. then like I think I'll be more likely to say yes, because I'll be like, shit, this guy knows exactly what he's doing in this little niche.
So you want me, or you suggesting to niche it down to a certain industry?
I mean, any of those pillars I would pick, right? Like,
Yeah.
You could go like, I don't know, like short videos for agencies,
Right.
and will generate leads.
Right.
I also say,
Wow.
I think you can benefit from this.
Yeah, sure.
I think my biggest mistake when running an agency was that we tried to be generalist for a very long time. It was a huge mistake. We wasted a lot of time, and at the time when I was about to quit the agency, we were finally starting to focus on a few niches, and that's where we started to get tremendous growth.
Yeah.
And for example, now we're like maybe the most popular marketing agency for attorneys in the United States. And but because we've been doing this for 5 years, just knowing what to write, how to write, we are effective. But if we write just for everybody, it's probably going to be very ineffective.
Yeah.
So I would suggest to really dig down the wider personas for this industries.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I know we're coming to an end, but I want to show you my other project where I recently put more power in. So this is Wildies, and this is an accelerator for creators, niche down to nature creators. And so, I mean, these are people living with the land, living an ecological lifestyle, horsemen, foragers. We have to, we wrote that down. It's here. Beekeepers, survivalists, people that build like cabins in the woods and live there. There are so many people living out in the woods and going off grid, but making videos on TikTok, and people love them. So we identify those people, and we do we get together, and then we develop products with them they can sell, and we co-found. I co-found with them companies. This is like the next step. I co-found with them companies, and then we grow together. So it's a way of being an accelerator. And there, like we approached several of those creators, and they are quite happy, and this is quite going very well. So we'll see. Unfortunately, we have not enough time, but this is what I'm working on.
We can continue that.
Yes.
Why don't we use this outline for the other project? Because it's amazing. I mean,
Style-wise, you mean?
yeah, I mean, the schedule is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better than
here.
Yeah.
I would definitely buy it, if I was in the target.
Yeah.
Because I know what I'm getting, the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
I can see people who look like me. I know who is your team. I mean, it's very clear.
Okay. Nice.
Much better than
Yeah, so this is what I'm working on, and there's a hidden industry in the woods and in I don't know in the land and stuff, and why I'm doing this, I'm convinced that with all that crazy politicians and economy in doubt and all that stuff. People want to escape. Like even if they are online at home, they want to escape. They love nature, and whenever they can, they will go more and more. Try to go back to nature and live in 2 weeks in silence and go off grid and all that stuff. So this is a niche I picked, and I'm very convinced that this will work. So if you know any people or any creators, any influencers.
Can you show the poll in the new way graph again?
Sorry?
Can you show the old and the new way graph? Look up. Yeah, this one.
And zoom in just a moment.
Sorry.
We spoke about this, Danny, but I think the broad concept of helping people with an audience launch non-content driven businesses is a winner. Yeah, probably a lot.
Great. Thanks.
So thank you, Daniel.
Yes. I'm sorry.